Welcome to the King's Court. Now, here's our next deck profile from the member of the channel. As you remember, Michael, who brought to you his amazing Alphamon and Pilgrimon decks. What do you got for us now?
So, if you haven't already guessed, or you're new to the game, this is D-Brigade.
You want to give it, why is it called D-Brigade?
I don't know what the D stands for. I think it's something else.
Yeah, what does it stand for?
Probably Digimon Brigade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is it's a group of Digimon based around a particular rookie called Commandramon, which you'll see why. That focuses on basically rookie rush, but also a little bit more of just swing and face.
So is Commandramon supposed to be like a Guilmon or something?
I'd say so. I mean,
it looks like Guilmon. He has yellow eyes like him.
I'd say this is the Call of Duty Warzone deck for Digimon.
Oh, so he drank a bunch of Mountain Dew and Doritos, and ate Doritos as a kid.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, now, before we get to the deck, really quick, I know this is corny. You hear this all the time on YouTube, but we are still new to this. We're trying to make as much of an audience as we can. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this and you want future videos.
Especially working to kick Isaac's butt.
You wish. All right, to the deck.
Oh, Ricky, then. Let's go ahead and do the Eggies. Alright, so our first egg is we play 4 of Pagumon.
Pog.
Yes, so he has a very simple effect that he gives. He is on deletion. When he is deleted, so on deletion, yeah. Reveal the top 3 cards of my deck. Or, no, excuse me, reveal the top card of my deck. If it is a black Digimon, add it to hand. Put the rest on the bottom. If not, put it on the bottom of the deck.
Would you say Pagumon was probably the best black Digitomas? It seems like a lot of decks run it.
Yeah. Well, mainly for this deck, yeah. When we get to EX3, which is where this deck is going to change a lot, we probably aren't going to be playing Pagumon, if at all, if maybe only at 1.
It's alright, you're going to need him for Dark Knightmon.
Yeah.
Get ready for that deck.
So we do play 5 eggs, but you can play 4. I'm playing the 4th, which is Misaimon. There is a Sumamon, which is the egg for Diaboromon, which has the effect of, if you have another Digimon with the same name, give 1k. So that's pretty good.
1k, nice.
But this is if you have a Digimon with D-Brigade in their traits, give 1k. So since the entire deck is basically D-Brigade mostly, you're never not going to get it.
You've taught this deck before, right?
Yeah, we took it to our most recent tournament, and I got 3rd, only losing to Alphamon.
Didn't actually we both tie for 3rd?
Yeah.
But I think they technically gave me 2nd.
Yeah, so now we're going to do the rookies now.
I was playing Gallantmon, wasn't I?
You were playing Dukemon, yes.
I forgot to put that in the title.
So you're gonna be seeing the same, not the same card, but the same name card constantly in this deck. So our first rookie is, of course, 4 copies of the 2-drop Commandramon.
When you get banned, but they secretly don't know you have multiple alt accounts.
Exactly. So this Commandramon is just a 2k, or just gonna be a 2-drop 3k attacker.
And this deck is basically Rookie Rush in a way, right?
Yeah, so what's great is that you can Digivolve on top of him if you need to, or you can just drop him. So if your opponent gives you they go play for 3, you can drop this and then drop another one, put them at 1. Or if they only Digivolve the champion, you can drop this and drop another one, leave them at 2. So it's a really good way to choke.
It's not bad.
Next is probably the best Commandramon at the moment. At least I think it is. And that is the 3-drop Commandramon.
What's the difference between the two?
So obviously besides being a 2-drop and a 3-drop, this one is on deletion. Look top 3, and then you may play a Commandramon from the top of from them without playing its memory cost.
Without playing it, nice.
And he does not restrict, so you can actually pick him off the top.
I swear, these little guys get so annoying eventually.
So you can buy with Pagumon, you basically get 2 searches. You get play off this, and you get a search.
Play off and get a search. No complaints.
4 of the 4-drop Commandramon, which is totally mood.
Dude, that was me last night.
So he's a blocker. He's a 4-drop and he's a blocker. So that makes it really relevant. So he's also, you can swing with him, but most time it's nice to have like a little blocker just to play.
I was going to say this for our BT9 discussion when we come out with our BT10 discussion, but would you say that BT9 there wasn't that many blockers?
Yes and no. I mean, thanks to Gaiomon had a blocker. Metagarurumon could become a blocker.
I put up BT9, everyone, and I'm winking.
So we had enough blockers. It's just that this one is a easy to drop one.
But I think blockers are going to become more useful in the BT10.
Oh, it can be, yeah.
Especially with Jessamon making a splash soon.
If you don't get piercing. And final, and I know we said it a lot, but here's the last one. Here is the final Commandramon.
After how many?
Yeah, we played a total of 16 Commandramon, which will be 20 in EX3, because we're getting a new one.
People love Commandramon.
So this Commandramon is just a 4-drop, but he is a 5k attacker.
I'm convinced somebody at Bandai is just a Call of Duty fan.
So what makes this one great is that you can also get this off the 3-drop Commandramon, and he's a 5k swing. So he can actually beat over some champions. So like in, say, the...
Double check Greymon?
That too, the Imperialdramon deck, the XV1, he can actually swing over it.
That's pretty good, actually.
For a rookie. Alright, that's all the Commandramons.
For now.
So now we play our, what I like to call utility rookies. 2 of Higuramon.
Every black deck plays it.
No, well, not necessarily. I mean, this is a deck I'm also pretty confident playing this card. So this card is on play, pitch a machine or cyborg from your hand, and draw 2. What makes it great is that every single Commandramon is a cyborg.
You would think they'd be like reptiles or something.
Yeah, so you can discard a Commandramon and draw 2, which is really good mid to late game. And again, 2k body to swing with.
That's honestly 2k again sometimes get away with hits.
Yeah. Double Chikurimon.
Want to give an explanation on this one?
So Chikurimon is not great to draw. He's not great to digivolve into. He's generally not great in most cases. But he makes up for it in his security skill. So if he's hidden security, you trigger D-Digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon.
D-Digivolve?
Yeah.
Dang.
So this is really good, especially if you're playing against, say, Wargreymon X or anything that requires to have like multiple swings. Yeah. You can D-Digivolve into this and say they hit something else in security. They may not be able to save it.
That's pretty great. It's pretty good against hybrids, don't you think?
Yeah, but the tamers will go back to the tamer area, so it's okay.
Well, I was thinking more like,
and then finally, 3 Chumon.
Oh boy, this thing.
So everyone knows what a memory blocker is. That's what he is. He says, basically, your opponent can't gain memory except by tamer effects, so Cool Boy still works and all the other ones. But like, say, Dorumon, all the other memory effects don't work. I would like to say he will probably get switched out in BT10 for the starter deck Chikurimon that says your opponent can't reduce play cost.
I was actually going to ask
because that's better against Crossheart, and either that or you might switch something else out for 2.
If we can ever find the structure decks.
Oh, our shop will have them. Now, this is a funny one. We are playing, for our champions, we're starting with 4 of Nanimon, our little soda drinker.
Yeah, soda.
So, to anyone who... So, I know what you're thinking. Why do we play this Kai? Well, first off, he's a 3-drop champion, so that actually is relevant.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's hidden security, he just comes out.
Just comes out.
So he's very easy to just constantly get in more bodies to swing with, because we're trying to get in the game kind of quickly.
I'd be mad if I lost an entire... Like, someone hit me into my last check with that thing.
I know. And of course, everyone who knows me knows that it's only one time. It's the best time. It's the time to get ready to grumble.
I hate this thing so much.
Yeah, so if you're playing a black deck, most likely you are playing a Grumblemon as your hybrid.
Yeah, it's in your Alphamon deck.
Yeah, I also do Tech 1 and Machinedramon.
True. We haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah.
Get ready.
So, Grumblemon, of course, is just a hybrid for game, and that's it. That's all you're ever going to use it for.
That's what every hybrid has become now.
Yeah, I mean, in Alpha, when I played it, you got to Digivolve over and start a stack, but in here, it's just hybrid for game.
It's pretty good.
Alrighty then, now we're going to go to our Megas. We don't play any Ultimates in this deck. And our Megas are 3 Darkdramon.
Isn't there a new one coming out actually in EX3?
Yeah, so this ratio will actually stay once we get hit EX3. I would, if you have it, play 4. I just don't have the 4th one.
We're working on it.
So he has Rush, so he can attack the turn he's played. But he costs 13, so then how do we get him out there? Well, on play, you can put up to 5 cards with D-Brigades in their traits to the top of your deck. Then gain 2 memory per each one.
And you have literally like 16 of them.
Best part, he himself is a D-Brigade, so you actually can put a copy of him on top.
Which wouldn't even be able to tell just by looking at him.
Yeah, he's basically the secret weapon of the D-Brigade. So he's actually he's also a hybrid for game if we don't have Grubblemon.
So he's their Captain America.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, the last spot is a flex. If you have them, play them. I don't, so we play this instead. If you have Death X, play Death X. I don't, so I'm playing 2 Omnimon Zwart defeats.
Now, if you had them right now, you would switch between the two?
Yeah.
Obviously.
So, but Zwart Defeat, no, don't take it seriously. Zwart Defeat is still a very good card. So, if he's in security, if he gets revealed, he doesn't battle. So, Digimon Tcg doesn't die, but he just comes out.
I can see why Death X would be useful, though.
But he has a very good Digivolution skill. When you Digivolve to him, you can delete a Tamer.
That's going to be probably really useful in the next BT10.
So one of the interactions you can do is if you bring out Darkdramon and you swing in, but they have a Taiki and you didn't go for game, you can Digivolve with the Zwart Defeat and then pop the Taiki that has all the material save.
That's going to be really useful.
And then Zwart Defeat's final effect is if he is deleted, you delete a Digimon.
Delete Digimon. Just like that.
Yeah. So again, he comes out in security. He is a free swing, and he's 13K, so he's a beefy boy.
Not bad.
But again, he won't battle. But he comes out. He won't die to much. And if he dies in security, you get to pop something.
Yeah, we got him. Nice.
Now we're in our Tamer lineup, and we actually only play 5 Tamers.
This deck is mostly Digimon, isn't it?
Yeah. So our 2 Tamers. So first 2 Tamers are 2 of Izzy Izumi.
Old school one.
Goodbye, Izzy. So, he is on play. First off, he's a memory tamer, so good to know. He's on play. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If they're all black, you arrange them in any order, but if they're also all black, you gain 1 memory. So he's effectively a 3 cost. And in this deck, where the only non-black card we play is Zwart Defeat, you're more often to hit to put top 3. So he's actually only 3 costs, which is actually very good.
Nice.
Especially since most memory tamers are 4 cost.
Am I the one who misses those old school yellow gold borders they used to have?
So do I.
I kind of miss them.
Although I'm not going to lie, the arena looks really nice. I might pick up all 4s when BT11 comes out.
We're going to need that for Skull Nightmon, aren't you?
Oh no, arena. These are all 4s. You're thinking of Nene.
Oh yeah, that's... I didn't finish Crosswords. I'll get to it eventually.
And our final 3 is actually one that may not seem good, because at least in the show he was kind of meh. But the last tamer we play, who's really good, is 3 Kazu.
The guy everyone whose name they forget.
So at the beginning of my main phase, if I have a machine or cyborg out, I gain a memory. Remember, all Commandramons are cyborgs, so we automatically trigger that gain 1 memory.
Yeah. I've seen this card enough times in your Machinedramon.
So then when a black Digimon becomes suspended, you can suspend him to draw 1 card and ditch 1 card.
Dang.
And it's either turn, so if you block, you can do that effect.
Oh my god, I get annoyed by this card.
So if you have Izzy and a Kazu, you're always starting off with 4 memory on your turn. And you're able to probably drop Darkdramon very easily. And the more Kazus you have, the easier it is to drop your Darkdramon.
Thank goodness I can blow this up.
Yeah, Kazus at least. And now the real bread and butter. Some decks get carried by Death Xmon. This deck doesn't get carried by it because it gets carried by its option cards.
Let's see them.
So we play 4 of Ultimate Flare.
Want to give a quick explanation?
So Ultimate Flare is, you activate it. It's an 8 cost, but when you play it, you can trigger D-Digivolve 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, and there's a then, delete all of their Digimon with play cost 3 or less.
So basically, get them down to the rookie. There you go.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting. This card was probably the bane of every Jessmon existence.
And Jessmon right now is like, it's...
Coming back.
If you look, yeah, it's coming back. I feel like they still, though, need their, what was the name of the card I got hit?
Savior Huck.
I feel like they need more Savior Huck.
Not as much, but the real problem is the fact that if you delete their stack, their Sistermons kind of are not the greatest. I mean, they have the decoy one, so they can have it get deleted instead of the Huckmon, but they lost their Jessmon. That's a lot of resources.
It's alright. We got a member of the channel who's a Jessmon master. We'll get his opinion.
We also have a good friend who also plays Jessmon too, so we can actually get double opinion. Maybe we can get a mirror match.
That's something to look forward to.
And then our other big cost option card. 4 of, and this name sounds so extra, but it's great, is Iron Fisted Onslaught.
Really is.
So it has a very simple effect. Delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost.
There you go. You need anything else?
Oh, both, I forgot to mention this, and both, of course, have the activate security effect, activate their main effect.
Okay, that's good to know.
Because we're playing black, we, of course, are going to play double of, if you're watching this, Mario, to your favorite card, Kongu.
The card nobody wants to play, but if you can play black cards, you gotta play it.
So again, for a recap of this card's effect, if you play it, your opponent's Digimon will play cost 7 less, cannot attack, and the cards cannot be added to security stack. And for reference, yes, if this card is played, and your opponent playing Mastermon, and they play Chaos Degradation, they cannot put a card to your security. This card cannot be added.
So I played at 1. I might try 2.
There's a weird interaction though, and I'll probably explain that if I ever play a yellow deck, but I'll explain it here. If you play Reinforced Memory Boost but they have Kongu against you, you actually get to add both cards to your hand.
That's good to know. Remember that for the future video I got coming up for a discussion on Black War Greymon.
And then finally, our last 2 cards, but they're probably the better cards, are Pride Memory Boost.
Want to give a quick explanation on this one?
So, on play, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and play a Digimon that's play cost 4 or less.
Simple.
And then trash the rest.
Alrighty.
And then, of course, delay, you can send this to the trash to gain 2 memory.
Quick and to the point.
What makes this really good is that you can use this to get a Commandramon out, or even a Nanimon out, because it's a 3 cost. And then you can pop this. So 2 memory, and you're always going to be, if you have this and 2 memory, Darkramon can come out very easily.
That's good. Nice. Now, would you say this deck could compete with the meta right now?
Yes. What makes it able to compete with the meta at the moment is because since a lot of the decks focus on digivolving and staying in the raising area until they're ready to OTK you, Commandramon can get in multiple checks. Like, easily you can get in 3 checks, and that's actually going to snowball the game more in your favor.
Now, obviously we'll eventually have a discussion over the deck, since we're going to be having discussion videos on all the decks we play. So want to give a quick explanation to the people on the strength and weaknesses of the deck?
Yeah, so the real strength of the deck is the fact that since a lot of the stuff is very low cost, you really don't get choked as much. And you can choke. The weakness is you actually get very punished hard by Crimson Blaze.
Yeah, that's a card that I'm definitely going to be playing it.
And other cards like, say, Pillowmon or Pomumon that stop you from playing Digimon by effects actually really do hurt you.
I'm Pomu.
The speed.
But no, I see what you mean. Would you say what are your best matches? Like what decks you play the best against and which ones are your worst ones?
So Alpha is a 50-50. If we can rush them enough, then they have to build up quickly. But the problem is if we hit too many Tamers.
And which ones do you have a good matchup against?
I would say another one that's 50-50 is actually Gaiomon, and the only reason is because if they get out that blocker Greymon quickly enough, it can suck. But actually, thanks to, say, DDG 3, we actually can probably get them down to the Greymon X. And then Iron Fist and Onslaught it.
Black War Greymon gang right here.
Galamon actually is a good one for us, actually.
Really?
Because since they offer no protection, we can just go Iron Fist and Onslaught and pop their stack.
Yeah, that's something I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my Gallantmon video that unfortunately the deck doesn't have a lot of protection. None actually.
Mastermon's a grind matchup.
Mastermon is a grind matchup for everybody.
No, but especially because you can get in there for the 3 checks early, but they can probably recover that 3 checks fast enough.
Alrighty, so like I said,
and Grandis is pretty hard to lose.
Like I said, we're going to go over all the top decks that are currently right now and what we think are going to be eventually coming up. And we'll be having discussions on all the decks that we play going into, as for everyone else who plays them, and as well as the decks we think are going to be good next format.
Yep.
All right, so everyone look forward to that. Want to give a quick anything else to the peoples, Michael?
Keep us ready for a Machinedramon deck profile, and once BT10 comes out, or at least till the 14th, you're gonna get a Ragnar Lordmon deck profile. All
right, get ready also for some gameplay coming up soon. We're working on that. We managed to get a deal with our locals, so we can start doing that. So we'll get ready to see a lot more members of the channel and friends of the channel. So If you want to see more, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Yep, and now it's your turn.